officer Q&A so that if anybody has any questions they want to address to any of the officers, please feel free to do so. I'm not seeing any hands shooting up. I think most of us, one of the pleasant features of having a smaller body is that most of us are pretty involved and pretty much know what's going on, and pretty, you know, we're as on top of things as we want to be. So unless somebody has an objection, I'll just move on to staff Q&A where we may have more to talk about.
Can we get a roll call real quick?
Oh, I just figured that was automatic, but sure.
No.
Thank you, Sean.
I was actually doing that in the background, but if we definitely need to go through roll call, we can go through roll call.
I guess if we can just get an acknowledgement from the secretary that we do have quorum, just because I know that not everybody uses their real names on Zoom all the time. So I know Sean has been trying to make sure we do that.
Roll call it is. All right. All right. Amanda Gibbs.
Present.
Anastasia Wilford.
Present.
Candace Landry.
Present.
David Constant.
Hello.
David Marino.
Present.
Jenny Moore.
Present.
Jack Westbrook. What?
Jack's muted.
Yeah. Okay, he's okay. Jacob Bradley.
Present.
Jesse Cowart.
Present.
Ethan Polsky.
Here.
Susan Barney.
Present.
Ted Brown.
Here.
Andrew Ameling.
Here.
Paul Dar.
Here.
I'm here. And Robert Radford.
Here.
All right. Looks like everyone is present and accounted for.
All right, thank you very much. Anything else before we move to the officer Q&A?
Mr. Chair, did we adopt the agenda?
No, we haven't yet. And if that we need to do that formally, we can. Does anybody want to move to adopt the agenda or something else?
Mr. Chair, I move to adopt the agenda as presented on the form.
Second.
Any objection? Agenda is adopted. So now, does anybody have any questions for any of the officers at this time? Okay, we'd already kind of paused before. I don't hear anything or see any hands raised, and so I'll move us forward into the staff question and answer where we may have more to talk about. Does anybody have any questions for our executive director or any other staff that may be on the call?
I would actually like to start, since I didn't submit a report, to just give everybody a quick rundown of kind of what's going on. And I think that may prompt some questions. So with that, I've been in the position for about a month at this point. Carter has been amazing at helping me get settled in and everything. And while I felt like I had a pulse on the party before, I did not realize the depth of everything that our departments are doing. And I do just want to start by saying that stepping into this position has given me a brand new appreciation for staff. And so to everybody who does that work, thank you so much. Starting off with the affiliate support department, we brought in Candace as the affiliate support deputy director. She is up and running now. That makes this department fully staffed. And one of the things that they are about to get back up and going is going to be the trainings that they were doing. And we're hoping to drive the attendance at those trainings up so that we can make sure that by the time we get to 2028 or get to the point of recruiting candidates and everything, that all of that goes even smoother than it has before. Comms, all of our socials are trending really well, except for TikTok where we had some stuff get repressed. And we made some posts about Flock that are under review suddenly. However, on X last month, we got about 250,000 impressions, which is phenomenal. And on Facebook, we've hit an all-time high with 3.5 million impressions for the month. An all-time high for non-follower reach, which means that we're getting outside of our bubble, which is phenomenal. We even had an encryption post that got 800,000 impressions all by itself, which is so cool. In the communications department, one of the things that we critically need to up our game there is going to be video editors. There is all sorts of talent that we can use on the video editing side, whether that's somebody to clip our long videos down to use in short form content, or people who can, we have a podcast type thing that we're working on putting together where we're going to live stream. And we're trying to figure out if it's going to be once a month or every couple of weeks, but we're going to do various topics, bring people on, and try to use that to increase our reach. And in doing that, we should be able to also get a lot of content that we can clip and push out to our socials to increase that reach even further. The operations department, we are currently working on a complete website overhaul. The ambitious goal, and it is an ambitious goal, is to get it done by the end of the month so that we can turn around and launch the campaign support departments ad campaign featuring the fresh new website. And in addition to that, whenever Carter and Andrew made some changes to the org structure a little bit before I came on, transitioning some positions. One of the things that they added was onboarding specialists. And so that's something that we are working on getting up and running so that we can use those as kind of a signpost to get people who are interested in the party directed to the places that they're going to do the best work. And the last thing that they are really focused on, because we're spending so much of our annual income on Nation Builder, is making sure that we are implementing all of the tools that it has to offer to the max extent that we can so that we're getting the best bang for our buck. Moving on to campaign support department. They've been doing so much work. This is obviously the busiest time of the year for them. They've been doing interviews with all of our candidates and are still scheduling some. They have built websites and are hosting those. And they're already working on trainings that they're planning on launching starting in early 2027 so that we can have candidates who are prepped and ready to go by the time the filing season comes in late 2027. And starting on September 1st, they're going to be running an ad campaign that drives people from socials to our website, to our candidate page, and hopefully drives them to the candidates pages themselves, increasing visibility for all of our candidates from the statewide down to the county level. We're super excited about that. And the campaign support department has everything planned out so that we can get premium tracking and really get a feel for how worth it is for us to do advertising this way. Going along with that, with the development department, I'm going to be launching a fundraiser specifically geared toward supporting our campaign support fund. That's going to launch at the same time that their ad campaign does. And it's going to be the beginning of the fundraising schedule that I've developed over the next 2 years that I think is largely going to be able to be translated into a 2-year cycle, 2 to 4 year cycle, playing on exactly what's going on at any given time during that period. So with that, we're going to be doing the campaign support fundraiser starting September 1st, and I'm hoping to have another fundraiser planned for the November meeting ahead of a membership drive in January. Legislative staff, obviously with Kevin having moved and me switching into this role, that leaves that department empty. That doesn't mean there's not stuff going on, but unless we find people who are excited about that work between now and then, it's going to shift into more of a remote work situation. Now, we are still trying to get sponsors for our filing fee bill right now because the filing period starts the week after the elections. So I'm hoping that we can, even without having somebody dedicated to being on the ground, that we can get our bill filed and follow it through the process and actually get it started early enough this time that we can get it all the way through. Lastly, so one of the things that got created in the org structure shuffle was an outreach department. We have hired 2 people into the outreach department, a campus outreach specialist specific to UT Dallas campus, and an outreach specialist dedicated to the DFW area. Whenever this department came online, we were kind of trying to figure out exactly how it was going to be structured. And being new, we're going to be pretty flexible with it. But right now, what I'm planning on is trying to bring in outreach specialists in all of the various different regions, having people focus on an area that makes sense for them, that they can really get into the community, get a feel for it, put their finger on the pulse, and find good places that we can be out in the community, increasing our visibility, connecting our local parties with other groups, and all of that. And so far, it's working really well. I made an announcement on the forum today about disbanding the events department and moving our events positions into the development and outreach departments respectively. And with that, Susan is wanting to move into the outreach events coordinator position. That's the work that she's already doing in her area. And so I'm super excited to see what she does there. And then just from the executive perspective, largely, like I said in the beginning, I've been doing this about a month at this point, so I'm still kind of familiarizing myself with a lot of stuff. But I am currently working on putting together department-based calendars so that we are making sure that we're not missing any statutory deadlines or even just key things that are going on, as well as then taking that and building a LP Texas master calendar. You guys should have gotten an invite to the SLEC/officer calendar. That's already got all of the SLEC meetings entered into it, as well as a few other statutory things. So if you didn't get that invitation, get with me after the meeting and I'll make sure that you get it. And otherwise, I have job descriptions for that organizational shuffle. All of those are written up and are currently in review. And we've already started the budget process for 2027. So on top of all the work that I'm doing in development, I'm really hoping to be able to start 2027 in a much better financial position, while also trimming any fat that we can so that we can turn the ship around and get us in a more libertarian financial direction. So with that, I hope I didn't go too fast, but I would open the floor to questions if anybody has them.
Proud.
Paul, what's up?
I found that campaign support department ad campaign interesting. I think I've heard it in passing before. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? That sounded pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I can, but as it deals with strategy, I don't know if I'm comfortable discussing it too much on a
Okay.
live stream. If we want to take 10 minutes to move to executive, I could easily go over that?
To save time, can you just do like a quick high level review in the executive session portion of the forum? Would that
Yeah.
be too much to ask
That's a
you?
good idea.
Yeah, I could do that. I had the plan that I had uploaded is 3 pages. That's after Anastasia asked me to cut it down from what was it, like 10 before, so it's a lot more detailed. I can upload the other version, or I can just expand on what's already been uploaded for people to review.
No, sounds great. I'll read about it later. Thank you.
Cool. Jesse?
Yeah, this is a kind of a dual one. So I know that we are no longer having a bookkeeper, but we've now taken on a deputy treasurer. So I guess this question is somewhat to Robert as an officer, but just kind of also from a staff perspective, since we don't have a bookkeeper. Are we feeling like things are moving at a good clip there? Was there a decent kind of knowledge transfer, handoff between former treasurer and bookkeeper? And Robert, do you feel like you've kind of gotten the support you needed, or between you and Patrick?
So I'd definitely say the transfer between the bookkeeper and past treasurer was positive. They did leave lots of
Good.
notes, a lot of things for me to kind of digest and look at, and got some good guides on how to keep everything moving and going forward. This is going to be August will be the first month without the bookkeeper. So this is the first month that I'll be doing the revenue side of things and then reconciling everything out. We are still working on reconciling July right now. So Patrick's getting a little bit of onboard training with that to start. So I'm hoping by the end of this month, we'll have a really good grasp on it, and bringing the department back to a fully volunteer department, I think is positive for the party going forward. And I think we definitely should be able to have some more monthly reporting coming pretty soon once we start getting the actual flow of everything moving together. So it won't be as much quarterly. Hopefully look for that at the end of this month, early September is what my goal would be for that.
Love that. Thank you.
All right. Do we have any other questions? Comments, concerns, volunteers for empty staff positions, maybe? I'd take that too. All right. Well, with nothing else, or with no other questions or anything, I will turn it back over to you, Andrew.
Thank you, Anastasia, very much. Next thing up would be our LNC report. So Michelle, or I can't see whether Olivia's here or not, but would you like to bring us up to speed there?
Yes, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Olivia is on the call. She's here. I've sent the report. Hopefully everybody's seen it. I've got candidates listed there for all the states. Upcoming events would be the Kansas State Fair, the SLEC meeting in November, and then LNC is coming to El Paso in December. There'll be some events, I think Friday and Saturday night, that are still in the plan, still being planned. But we look forward to that. Let's see. And then biggest highlights, the 1-800-ELECT-US is back. Newsletters are out, and our membership levels have increased for 3 months now. Where did my screen go? Can y'all still hear me?
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm not the Zoom chat thing. Newsletters. Can y'all see that? Oh, it's the blurred screen. If you're not getting them, it's because your membership is lapsed. They are sending some to lapsed members to try to re-engage. But if you want to be getting newsletters, renew your membership. Also note that California has 933 members for LNC. Texas has 709. We increased by 10 members the last month, and I want to catch up to California. I want to have Texas be the biggest state at the El Paso convention in 2028. Let's go. Olivia, if you have any questions, Olivia's on here. She's also the candidate support committee chair. So it's been fun working with her. Lots of busy stuff. I'm on the APRC board. Lots of emails. It's great. Any questions?
I just
I
want to say
have a comment.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying I'm glad to see this coming back in my newspaper, back in my mailbox. That's all I can say.
I was going to say on the newsletters, officers, you'll notice that Michelle has a whole bunch there. So Evan challenged every officer. We were each given our normal one, you know, that's part of our membership, but we were also given a package of 10 so that we could disperse them, share them, leave them places around town. And I've already taken them to all my favorite places that I just naturally go. So I think that's a really fun thing. I do that same thing with my copies of Reason magazine when I'm done with them. And I do sometimes have people call me and ask me about them because my name's on them, you know? So anyway, I think that's really exciting. And then, yeah, for the candidate support committee, I do really want to bring back regional trainings. So Anastasia, I know you mentioned also doing some trainings. I'd love to like coordinate with you on that. I don't want to reinvent the wheel or repeat trainings. If you've already got some going, we'll just make sure that the other states in the region get to come to that, right? So yeah, I think that's all that comes to mind. Michelle did a great job. Does anybody have any questions for me? Otherwise, I actually have a list of questions, but I'm going to go easy because it's my first one attending. But does anybody have questions for me specifically?
Can you discuss the financials for the LNC for July? I know that they probably just came out, but I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah. Let me see if I have them in front of me because I'm not sure if July has come out. Like Michelle said, there are a lot of emails, but from what I understand, I know that there's some commentary that like we're like struggling or we're in a bad spot, but like we're pretty steady, right, as far as financials go. So I don't remember the exact number, but we are getting new memberships in. Of course, there's some people that you're always going to have some people that are unhappy with moves, right? But as far as like the numbers, the finances, we're pretty steady, right? So, so yeah, and I can take a look in my email and see. I tried searching for it; it didn't come up. I can look for like the exact numbers, unless Michelle or somebody else has it on quick draw. But I can look for that and let you know like exact numbers if you would like.
I think June is the last one we got. I'm not pulling up
Okay.
the July one right away.
Okay, that explains why it's not on the top of mine. I have my notes here too from the last one, and I'm pretty sure I jotted down like what was in our like unreserved fund. So maybe just give me like a few minutes to go through my notes, and I'll just put it in the chat if I can find at least like the main cash on hand number.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right, well, guys, I'm super easy to find on like social media and via email and all that stuff. So if you do end up having questions, I'm on Signal, I'm in all the places. If you do have questions, feel free to reach out to me anytime. And I'm going to hang out for the duration of this meeting too.
Great. Thank you all very much for that. Any further questions for LNC? Or are we good to get it into the motion practice? Okay. Don't hear anything, don't see any hands. First up would be Anastasia has a motion. You want to present that, Anastasia?
Yeah, let me get that.
Uh-oh.
Pulled up. Yeah, can you hear me?
No. I mean, not. It's real low.
Okay. All right,
There you go.
I will speak up. All right, I'll speak up. Sorry, I'm trying to get to my motion. Long and short, while I get this pulled up, this is the third time now that I know of that somebody has approached the party saying, hey, I bought a lifetime membership ages and ages ago. Is there any chance that you guys can, there's my motion. Is there any chance that you guys can recognize it for me? And in the past, we didn't have, in the past when that's happened, we didn't have lifetime members, or we didn't have a lifetime membership program. And so that was, they were just told, yeah, sorry, we don't have one, which it didn't look good on us. But now that we have one, and there was a gentleman who got our newsletter, loved what we were doing, and asked. And the thing that I told him was, let me figure it out. And in talking with Carter, talking with Andrew, and a few other people, came up with this option of what I think is really cool is not just a lifetime member, but specifically because something that we've seen is, over the last 50 years, we've lost data a few times. Specifically, there was a major data loss where we lost everything. And it was either 1999 or 2000. That's been attested to by several people who've been in the party for a long time. And so my thought was, if we can just acknowledge anybody who we can verify through some means was a member of the party prior to 2000, and they've come to us and said, hey, I bought a lifetime membership, and I'd like that to be acknowledged, that we have a class of membership that can recognize that. Because if we can't keep track of their data for 50 years, there's no reason to expect that they can keep track of their data for 50. For this guy in particular, he says he bought his lifetime membership in 1974. So, he didn't keep track of his membership card for 52 years, and who can blame him? So with that, do I have permissions to share my screen? Yes, I do. Okay. Oh, no, I don't. Sean, do you have access to my motion to be able to share it on the screen? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, that works. Okay. Aha. Okay. There we go. So, in the notes, it's just going to say everything that I've already said, but the motion itself is, be it moved that a new class of membership be created in accordance with LP Texas Bylaws 3.E.6, other classes of members, and entered into LP Texas Policy Manual as follows. 3B7, legacy lifetime member, would be a person who purports to have purchased an LP Texas lifetime membership and who can be verified to have been involved in the party by at least one verified means prior to 2000. And these members will be entitled to all benefits afforded to lifetime members, meaning in our policy manual, it states exactly what a lifetime member gets, which is a signed certificate of their lifetime membership by the officers at the time of their signing, as well as any benefits like the lifetime membership lunch that we had at convention and things like that. So with that, I move the establishment of a new membership level motion.
I'll second that. This is Jesse.
Great, thank you. And then is there any objection to this motion? I don't hear anything and I can't see anything, so we'll say that motion passed and move forward.
Thank you, guys. I cannot wait to tell this guy, and I'm hoping to be able to organize some sort of ceremony where we can recognize one of our founding members of the party.
That would be cool. Okay, then next, Mr. Dar had prepared let me think, the motions to appoint our committees. What order did you want to take those in, Paul?
I wanted to start with the convention committee. I felt that was the most time sensitive in case we ran out of time tonight on things, to make sure we got through that one there.
Great. Do you want to go ahead and speak to your motion, or can we do the same thing, display it, or how do you want to do it?
Let's see. Do I have the ability to share now? Let's see. Send request. Okay. Does that wonderful hide everything? Let me zoom in a little bit so it's more Yes, restore that tab, please. There we go. Do you still see it?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. All right. The first motion is for the convention committee. Be it moved, we form the convention committee in accordance with 5D4ID committees of the convention set it so that it shall have up to 7 members to fulfill its duties as prescribed by SLEC. The primary objective of the committee is to hold the Libertarian State Convention in accordance with state law in order to conduct official party business while being fiscally responsible. The secondary objective includes spreading the message of liberty and individual freedom in an atmosphere conducive to productivity with opportunities to socialize and great connections among delegates and attendees. Committee's purview includes 4 main activities: venue operations and oversight, venue selection process, the final venue selection authorized spend limits to be approved by SLEC, assisting other committees of the convention upon their request, and reporting. The committee shall adopt policies in accordance with 5D45. 5. Right to submit proposals to committees for venue selection, speakers, and other entertainment. The chair shall open nominations, and the voting method shall be approval voting. Once nominations are closed, each nominee shall be allotted 2 minutes to speak in support of their nomination. Voting shall be conducted via open vote beginning today and concluding on August 20th. The nominees receiving the highest number of votes shall be elected as a member of the committee. In the event of a tie, the secretary shall break it by rolling a 20-sided die with the highest roll determining the winner, and subsequent rolls established the ranking in descending order. No nominee will be elected that does not obtain at least 50% approval of all ballots cast for that committee. If a member resigns from the committee before it is disbanded, the remaining committee members may choose to fill the vacancy. This language should be familiar with similar motions that I've made in the past. I move this motion for forming the convention committee.
Request for information.
I'll
I heard
second
it.
it so that we can get to
Yeah.
debate.
Okay.
Okay. Any objection?
Well, I think Mr.
I'll
Polsky
object.
before
Yeah.
adopting.
Thank you. Okay. Somebody had a question or something? A clarification?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just request for information. I believe last year's there was 5 members. Was there a reason for bumping it to 7?
It's alternated between 5 and 7. I believe there's enough work for 7 individuals on there. So that's why I proposed 7.
If I may, I think last year it was up to 7, but we only ended up electing 5, if I remember correctly.
That's correct. Thank you, Anastasia. That is correct. That my previous motion was for up to 7, but only 5 were on it at the time.
And that was based on the voting requirements that we did for it. Voting method.
Yeah, there were only 5 people who got a majority.
Okay.
Also, the verbiage does say shall have up to 7.
If we only if we only elect up to 5 due to that, and the committee itself does not feel it wishes to have anyone else, it's not forcing them to have the full 7, but they can have up to 7, but just not more than that. For on the committee itself, they can also always have different volunteer positions like they always do, but that would be the actual voting committee members.
Thank you.
Okay. Jack, you have a question?
Yes, I do. Paul, you said that you thought there was enough work to be done for 7 members. How did you come to that conclusion?
Committees are, especially convention committee, is a lot of work, and that the work could be spread among 7 people fully. That's how I had previously selected up to 7. I see people burn out all the time by trying to do too few. I would hope that we can get 7 people that are able to be selected for this. If not, they'll have to work with however many we can get to fill the position.
The reason I asked that question is being on the committee this last year, and I have to admit that we had a couple of people on that committee that were gung ho and did a lot for the whole committee. But at the same time, my experience during that whole time was that when we had more, it was harder to get things done and agreed upon. And I just thought, wow, if we go from 5 to 7, that's going to be even more difficult. So I was just wondering if maybe you had some experience in that regard. That's all I had. Thank you.
I'm sorry I did not hear that experience previously, Jack. I'm sorry that I just hadn't heard that. So
No, it's okay. You gave a good answer.
Okay, is there any other Q&A here? I feel we're in kind of a limbo land. I'd like to, if there are any more questions, we can entertain that. Next time, when we present the next motion, let's have the discussion, the questions, answers before we do that and move into what ought to be debate. With that in mind, and some of this is kind of moving into from request for information to debate. Let's go ahead and move forward. Who objected to the motion originally?
I objected, but I only objected because I knew there was a request for information and
Yeah.
the motion needed to be on the floor.
I did as well. This is Jack. I did as well.
Okay, good. That I figured that was the motive. Unless there are any other questions and answers, do you want to withdraw your objection, or we want to move into debate?
I'll withdraw my objection.
I can as well.
Okay, so where we are right now, if anybody has any other concerns or something they want to change or whatever, this would be the time to object. But we have a motion and a second. It was objected to, but the objections have been withdrawn in light of some information clarifications.
I would like to object.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so Paul, is there anything else you want to say to your motion, or we want to just go straight to Nathan?
You feel free to amend how you move to amend how you want.
All right. My amendment's pretty simple. Just bumping it from 7 down to 5. Also being on the committee last time, we had 5 members. There wasn't always enough work for everybody to go around to keep everybody busy the whole time. And if we bumped that up to 7, or potentially up to 7, like Jack had mentioned earlier, getting things approved, getting things scheduled, it just creates a lot of extra work and hassle.
Okay, thank you, Nathan. Is there anybody that wants to speak for the 7, leaving it the way it is, or can we proceed to a vote on that amendment?
Did we have a second to the amendment, Andrew?
That's a good question. Did anybody second that? Do we have a clear motion to amend? Yeah, okay.
I move to amend the motion as presented, changing it from up to 7 members to up to 5 members.
Second. This is Jack.
And we have a second. Is there any objection to changing this from up to 7 to up to 5 members? Going once. I don't hear an objection, so that amendment carries.
I object.
You object to the 5?
I always think that spreading the load is better. We have limited volunteers. If we have 7 people who want to serve on the committee, I feel like they ought to have the opportunity if they get elected.
Okay. Does anybody want to speak in favor of the motion to amend to up to 5? At this point, we can proceed to a vote. And this is going to be interesting. What are we going to do here tactically to take votes?
A suggestion, Andrew, on that?
Yeah.
What we did on the platform committee was just do the raising of hands if you are in favor of it, and the negative downward thumb if you were against it.
That sounds like an efficient way to handle that. So it's a hand raise.
Oh, wait a
If
minute.
you-
Sorry, I may have misspoke. The thumbs up for yes, the thumbs down for no, and the raise hand for abstain.
Okay, everybody got that? Thumbs up for yes
An
on
X for
the
no.
amendment to up to 5. Thumbs up for yes, thumbs down
But-
for no,
Or
raise hand
the
to
X.
abstain.
Hold on. I'm sorry,
point
guys.
of order.
The thumbs up, and the thumbs down just float.
Oh,
So
Point of order.
I'm sorry.
that's not
That's
going to be
right, they
effective
float
for the
off.
secretary to actually get our vote. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, I apologize. Yeah, I keep giving you the wrong symbols. The check mark for yes and the X for no and the raised hand for abstention is what we used on the platform committee.
Point of order, please.
Yes. What is your point of order?
Because of the nature of the meeting that we're having right now, these are
Yes.
inherently going to be counted votes. And so I think the best way to go about it is to have everybody who is in favor raise their hands, give the secretary an opportunity to count them, when the secretary is done counting them, then have everybody lower their hands. And
Okay.
then for those who object, have them raise their hands, let the secretary count them and let us know when he's done.
Okay, that means we're all going to have to. I'm having bandwidth issues, which is why I had not had my camera on, so this is going to get weird. But does any like that? That makes sense to me. It's more straightforward, just regular show of hands vote. Let's do that. We're voting on the amendment to change the number of members from up to 7 to up to 5. If you are in favor of passing that amendment to make it up to 5, please raise your hand. Okay. We have hand raise, the clicking on the hand raise. I guess Jack and anyone else, just click on the hand raise. Everybody click on the raised hand icon. There we go. Now it's.
Does everyone who's voting yes have their hand raised?
Yeah, if you.
All right, I'll go ahead and count. All right, I have counted.
What'd you get? Nolan?
8-4.
Thank you. Y'all lower your hands, please. And now if you are opposed to making this change and you want it to remain at up to 7, please raise your hand.
I want to raise my hand, but I can't figure out how to do it. Count me as my hand raised, please.
If you click on React, there will be an option in the little pop-up that says raise hand.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, so if anybody else is opposed to making this change, this amendment, please raise your hand now, or Nolan, you can go ahead and start your count.
All right, counting.
Did you get 4?
Yes, sir. 4 against, and then 4 abstain.
Okay. All right, so that motion passes. And now we will proceed to a vote on the main motion to constitute the convention committee. So, Candace, would you please lower your hand? Yeah, there we go. Okay, if you are in favor of passing this motion as written to create the convention committee, please raise your hand.
Could you repeat that, please?
We're voting on the main motion to create the convention committee with up to 5 members on the committee.
All right, we'll go ahead and count. All right, looks like 14-4.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and lower your hands, everybody. And got just a couple more lower hands, please. Robert, go ahead and put your hand down, please. There we go. And then anybody against the motion to create the convention committee? Okay, that motion passes. Now we need to open nominations for our newly created convention committee. Anybody want to move to open nominations?
I move to open nominations.
Right. Anastasia, is that a question or a point of information or order or something?
It's me getting in line to make nominations.
Awesome. Okay, great. So we have a motion and a second to start nominations. Any objection? Okay, great. We'll start nominations. Ms. Wolford?
All right. For the convention committee, I would like to nominate Anna Sparkman, Jack Westbrook, Kyle Russell, Matthew Gibbs, and Scott Talley, because I can only nominate as many spots as there are available. So that's 5.
Gotcha. Okay. Nolan, you getting that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Got them all, or you want Anastasia to read them again?
It could probably help if in the chat in Zoom, if anyone wants
I'll
to
send
put
you a
their
DM with them.
Yes, please. Yes. Any DM, anything on Discord, send it to me on Discord or even email it to me. I will get in ASAP.
Okay. Yeah. If we're going to have people speaking to their nominations, we're going to need a list. All right. I don't see any other hands. Does anybody else have nominations to make or a nomination to make?
I'd like to wait.
I have my hand raised, but that's also because like I wasn't quick enough to write down what Anastasia said. I think we need to have somebody like with a Word doc or something sharing their screen so that we can capture the nominations in real time so we know who's been nominated and who might still need to be nominated.
True. Yeah, most helpful. Is there an easy way to get that going, Sean, or does somebody
I'm
want
dropping my list in the chat for them.
Okay, that would work too. We'll be okay, I think, if people just post their nominations in the chat where other people can see. We're not voting here. We're just nominating, right? I mean, the vote's going to go to OPA vote. I guess I don't understand the objection, but the host can see who voted. I'm just going to keep moving. We have Anna, Jack, Kyle, Matthew, and Scott nominated. And right now I see Jacob's hand up. Jacob, do you have additional nominations?
Jessie was first. You can let her do it.
Well, she lowered her hand. Where'd she go?
I did. No, I lowered my hand. I see it in the chat now.
Okay. Okay. So I think the chat thing took care of that, where we can all see the list as it evolves. So where'd you go? Jacob, did you have nominations or what's up?
Do I have to name them, or can I just nominate anybody who put preferred or willing on their applications? I don't have my computer in front of me. I know RJ was on there. Nick Hearn was on there. Sorry, I took my phone and not my computer. I don't remember who else was the willing and
I have a screenshot of the list. Can I drop it in the chat? Is that okay?
Do it. Yeah, do it. That'd be great. That would be helpful.
Would you please, when you
Sorry,
do
don't
that,
have permission. Don't have permission. Oh, there's it looks like there's the doc by Paul and a link there.
There we go. Okay. So can I
Better.
nominate that way, or do I need to list individually?
I don't know why you couldn't. I mean, we've done it that way before. I don't think we have to explicitly adopt that.
Okay,
But
I move to nominate anybody for the convention committee that put that they were willing or preferred to do the convention committee.
Okay.
I understood earlier that you could only nominate up to the number of people who were on the committee. Was that not true?
Correct. The number of spots
That's
that
true.
are all possible. And I show that there are 11. I can't make any more nominations, but somebody else could finish off that list.
Well, it would bring it up to 10 instead of 11.
Yeah, 2 could.
Okay, so I'll start from the bottom. I nominate Henry Tatum, which is Zant, that's on the call. I will nominate Nolan Schmidt. I will nominate Mike Coogan. I will nominate RJ Pace. Jack was already done. Was already done. Sorry, I'm trying to go back and forth on the spreadsheet or this thing she posted. Kenneth Fegans.
Is somebody tracking this to post in the chat?
And Nick Hearn.
Yeah.
There's one person missing for whoever wants to find that person.
No, you nominated all 6.
Oh, not bad.
Nick Kern was the last. I'll nominate him.
All right, there you go.
Fantastic.
And I'm going to go get my
All
computer.
11 people. All 11 people who put preferred or willing have been nominated now, which should make it easy for Nolan.
Okay. Are there any? Well, Nolan, do you have a question or ready to make a nomination, or what's the? No. Okay. Any other nominations?
I was just going to mention that this will be voted on OPA vote, and members of SLEC will be getting the stuff from what was mentioned earlier.
Got it. Thank you. So far we have 11 people nominated, functionally all the people that said preferred or willing. Are there any other nominations? Anybody planning to make any other nomination? Does somebody want to move that we close nominations?
Mr. Chair, I move to close nominations. Paul Dar.
Thank you, Paul. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any objection to closing the nominations? Don't hear an objection, so that motion passes. Nominations are closed. We have the 11 people that were preferred or willing. Now, we said we would give each of the nominees an opportunity to speak to their nomination. Is it 2 minutes in motion?
Up to 2 minutes. They can take less, and it's recommended. Thank you.
Yeah, feel free not to take 2 minutes if you can, but up to 2 minutes. Is there somebody that would volunteer to keep time for this?
I got it.
Thank you, Anastasia.
Mr. Chair, I have a motion.
Jack, what? Yes?
I have a motion.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to restrict the speaking time for these nominations to 1 minute.
Does anybody second that? Does anybody object to that? I don't hear any objections, so we'll limit the speaking time to 1 minute per nominee. I propose to just take them in the order they were nominated. I don't see the other 6 names in the chat, but we would start with Anna Sparkman. Yes, I can see that you're online. Anna, would you like to speak to your nomination?
Sure. Good afternoon. My name is Anna Sparkman. I'm asking for your vote for the convention committee. A great convention should not feel like an obstacle course. When you have to deal with venue logistics, schedules, and budgets, things can be wasting our time, fall apart, and distract from what we're actually here to do, which is to advance liberty in Texas. I like building systems that work. As a former teacher, I know how to manage a room, keep tight schedules moving, handle high stress situations with calm clarity, and plan large scale events. As a certified Scrum Master and graphic designer, I bring the technical discipline to build smooth workflows, keep budgets on track, and ensure the floor experience is seamless from start to finish. Let's make our next state convention the most organized and professional event that LP Texas has ever put on. Again, I'm Anna Sparkman, and I appreciate your vote.
Thank you, Anna. Mr. Westbrook.
I'll be very pithy. Did this before, willing to do it again.
Fair enough. Thank you. That was very succinct. Kyle.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kyle Russell.
Like
yeah. Most of you know me. I was on SLEC for a long time. I was the vice chair for 2 years. I run a local charity in Dallas that puts on a twice a year gaming event with over 400 attendees at each event. So, I've been doing that for 7 years now. So I've sent out RFPs and dealt with hotels and booking talent and vendors and catering and everything that's necessary for a convention. I think this will be a very important convention because this will be the first time it's after the national convention. So we're going to have to come up with some unique ways to do fundraising because we won't have the debate, a big fundraiser available to us that we normally have. So we'll have to start coming up with ideas for fundraising for that. But I'm willing to help the challenge for this. Thank you.
Perfect timing. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Kyle. Matthew Gibbs.
Hang on.
I yield my time.
Okay. Mr. Talley, Scott Talley.
Everyone, y'all know I was on the convention committee last year. I kind of jumped into the middle of things late in November after that last select meeting. At the time, Nathan was chair. He had to step down for personal reasons, and I took over as chair. And we quickly went through everything, got it organized, realized that we were having to crunch numbers pretty hard, and we made some last minute decisions that put us in the black instead of the red. Barely, but we made it happen. We were able to hit our food and beverage minimum within like $500, which was pretty spectacular in my opinion. But anyway, I'd like to start off in the beginning this time and get everything going and have a convention that is successful and makes money, not reliant on the donations from the gala. I'd like to make money before that, or at least break even before that. I yield the rest of my time.
Thank you, Scott. Next would be Henry Tatum, Zant Tatum.
Yeah, I just want to kind of dip my feet in the water. I was kind of out here in the middle of nowhere getting things off the ground. But yeah, I really enjoyed the convention last year so much. I really wanted to, contribute, do as much as I can. I'm a workhorse. I'm used to organizing and building stuff from the ground up, as the county party here. But I'm no stranger to planning large-scale social events. I've planned several fraternity formals, traveling, everything from logistics wise to the venues. So, and I feel like that's more of an insurance liability than anything. So believe me, I'm used to running close to the rails on stuff like that. But more than anything, I just would like to contribute, do what I can, and yield the rest.
Thank you very much. Next up would be Nolan Schmidt.
All right, I'll just keep this short and sweet. I also want to definitely help with finding helping with finding good feasible locations, especially especially those that will be on a better affordability scale, as well as try to help with getting trying to get more into our conventions with events without having costs go up or anything like that. And I yield the rest of my time.
Great. Thank you, Nolan. RJ Pace. May not be on the call. Does anybody see his tile on the call? I don't see him anywhere. RJ, if you're out there, speak up. Otherwise, we'll go ahead with Mr. Mike Coogan, who is also not on the call.
Oh, I'm here. I was waiting. It seemed
There
like
he is.
you were, yeah, it just seemed like you were waiting for RJ to respond.
Take it
I
away.
think I'm going to pull a Matt Gibbs. I think that was probably the most effective stump speech I've seen, and I can go ahead and yield my time.
Great. Thank you, Mike. Kenneth Higgins.
Howdy, Kenneth Higgins. I'm asking for your support to serve on the convention committee. I have experience managing large-scale projects under a safe, agile framework, including coordinating complex work streams, managing funding, building forecast models, as well as building effective operational process. I believe that experience will translate well to making sure that this convention goes off well, also stays on budget, and also hopefully generates revenue expectations that we want to meet. I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Thank you. And last but not least, Mr. Nick Hearn. Nick, are you with us? Checking both. No, I do not see Nick online. If anybody else does or does not, or does see him, don't hear anything. I guess that's it for our nomination speeches. So at this point, I believe our secretary is will have this vote is supposed to open and stay open for a week. So I don't know exactly when he'll be getting those out, but he'll put the nominee list together into an OPA vote approval voting ballot. Those will come out by email. You'll get an announcement from Nolan when that's in play. And then we'll have until this time next week to, Thursday evening to get those votes in. And we'll find out who's on our convention committee. Does anybody have any questions about that one before we move on? Think we're all on the same page. Mr. Dar, what's up next?
Sorry, I was just opening up the actual motion. Let's go to bylaws next.
Bylaws.
Okay. Everybody, it's so exciting. All right, bylaws committee. Be it moved before the bylaws committee in accordance with 5D4IB, committees of the convention set it so that it shall have up to 7 members to fulfill its duties prescribed by the bylaws and SLEC. Committee shall adopt policies in accordance with 5D4V. Right to submit proposals to committees. The chair shall open nominations. The voting method shall be approval voting. Once nominations are closed, each nominee will be allotted up to, what? While this is up here, it's just going to be 1 minute. Correction on my text here. 1 minute. Allotted 1 minute to speak in support of their nomination. Voting will be conducted via OPA vote beginning today, including on August 20th. Nominees receiving the highest number of votes shall be elected as a member of the committee. In the event of a tie, the secretary shall break it by rolling a 20-sided die, highest roll determining the winner. Subsequent rolls establish the rank. Same as the last time as far as breaking tiebreakers there. And they can fill their vacancies. You can read it. It's on the form too.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Do I need to post this one up for people to see, or was that This one's a lot shorter and repeats much of the same language.
I think we're good. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Mr. Chair, I move the motion to form the Bylaws Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Dar. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Is there an objection to this motion? I don't hear them. Okay, motion passes. I'm looking at a hand from Jack. Question? Jack?
You're muted.
You're on mute, Jack.
You're still on mute.
Finally.
There you go.
In order to do that, I'm sorry. Are we ready to accept nominations, Mr. Chair?
Yes, pending that motion passed. So nominations being in order. Let me field a question from Mr. Bradley first and Mr. Constant before we go into the whole process.
Will do. Thank you.
Jacob, what you got?
I was raising my hand for nominations.
Okay, great. David, were you the same or did you have a question or something?
I am the same.
Okay. So we have some nominations incoming, starting with Mr. Westbrook. What you got?
You'll give me just a second to change my.
Point of order.
Yes.
Were nominations opened?
Thank
Not
you.
formally. Does someone want to make a motion?
Move to open.
Thank you. Second. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Does anybody object to starting the nominations? Okay, we're going to start nominations now. Jack.
Okay. This is for bylaws, correct? Just make sure I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah. Bylaws Committee.
Okay. I want to nominate Anastasia Wilford, Matthew Gibb, Nick Hearn, Pat Dixon, Patrick Mitchell, and Paul Dar. And I will post that momentarily in the chat.
Great. Thank you for that. That will be helpful. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's all in order. Mr. Bradley.
I would like to nominate Nick Hearn.
He's already been
Aaron
nominated. Nick was nominated by Jack.
Okay. Nathan Kinman.
Okay.
Aaron Ramos. David Constant. Jack Westbrook. Kenneth Fegans. RJ Pace. Scott Talley. I believe there is only one person left.
Out of the preferred or willing set?
Yes. And I believe for anybody who would like to, it is Teresa Rushing.
If I'm next in order, I'll nominate Teresa Rushing.
Great. Okay. That takes care of
Would it
that.
be appropriate for me to decline that nomination at this time?
Yes, if you're not interested, let us know. Let's not waste time. So that was Scott, right? Said that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Declined. And then we got Teresa, and then I think, David, was there anybody else you want to nominate, or are you just closing out that set?
That would be it for me.
Okay, great.
No more nominations for me.
Gotcha. And then let me get Anastasia, and I'll come back to Jacob. Anastasia?
I was just hanging up to nominate any stragglers. I'm down.
To nominate who?
Any stragglers if
Oh.
the people ahead of me didn't finish out the list.
I got you. And then Jacob, it looks like you took your hand down, so we're good. And muted yourself, so I'm assuming we're good. So at this time, does anybody have any other nominations, or does anybody want to make a motion to close the nominations?
I move to close nominations.
Thank you so much. Any second?
Second.
Thank you. Any objection? 3, 2, 1. Nominations are closed, and we can move to the speeches, the pitches from the people who were nominated for the committee, limited to 1 minute per original motion, and we will start with Ms. Anastasia Wilford.
Uh, I love bylaws and I want to do it again. Please and thank you.
Very nice. Matthew Gibbs.
Hang on, I'm handing him the mic.
I love bylaws too. I want to be back on it. I yield my time.
We're rocking. David. Mr. Constant.
I don't know whether I love bylaws. I've never been on the bylaws committee, but I find them interesting, and I'm interested in expanding my skills and knowledge.
Sounds good. Wait a minute. I just skipped over a bunch of. Yeah, I just skipped way down the list. So we were Anastasia, Matthew, Nick. It's not on the call,
Mr.
right?
Chair,
Yes.
this is Jeff Miller. Since I don't see Nick here, could I speak for him briefly?
I think that would be in order. Yeah, can you give us the 1 minute?
Yeah, I'll make it real short too. Nick is also insane enough to like bylaws, and he's my fellow Brazos County guy, so I fully endorse him for that position. So if you love freedom, vote Nick.
Right. Mr. Pat Dixon. Is he on the call? I do not believe he is. Patrick Mitchell. I saw him earlier. Patrick?
Yeah, make this short. I think you all know me well enough to know whether or not you want to vote for me for any of these committees, so I'll just leave it there.
That'll work. Mr. Dar?
It's not that I love bylaws, it's that I hate bad bylaws. So I'm here to try to tear down bad bylaws and make them better. Thank you.
That'll work. Okay, Mr. Kidman, Nathan Kidman. I don't remember seeing him on the call. Nathan Kidman. Aaron Ramos. Also,
how's it going, y'all? I'm gonna keep it short. I'm a moderate. I'm here to serve. I've served on SLEC with y'all. I've seen what good bylaws look like, what bad laws look like. But I would also like to say I would rather be on platform. So keep that in mind. Thank you. I yield my time.
All right, and we've already heard from Mr. Constant. So Jack Westbrook.
I will accept the nomination, and I will just say that if elected for more than two, I'm going to have to pick two. But all of you know who I am and what I'm about, and so if you want me to be on the bylaws, I'd be happy to serve.
All right. Kenneth Higgins.
I've worked on policy before. I've also been on SLEC before, county chair. So pretty familiar with bylaws and, you know, what good bylaws do, what bad bylaws can do. Other than that, just really wanted to make certain that we're in a good, safe position.
Great. RJ Pace is not, or was not on the call earlier. RJ, you out there? Going once, going twice. Okay. Teresa Rushing.
She was having issues trying to get in. We're working with her trying to resolve that. But if you want, just recycle her at the end.
Yeah, that works for me. With SLEC's permission, we can hear from Teresa when Teresa's in a position to speak. So, and we can keep moving in the meantime. So that being the case, if we are finished with the speeches that we have people for at this time, we can move on to the next committee motion. And same rules apply. No one will stand up to open vote. It'll be open for a week we'll get that all flanged up, and we'll announce the verdicts. I guess Thursday evening, a week from tonight. So, Mr. Dar, what's next?
Helps if I unmute myself. All right. Next up would be platform committee. Be moved. We formed the platform committee in accordance with 5D4IA. Committees and the convention set forth shall have up to 7 members and fill its duties as prescribed by the bylaws and SLEC. The committee shall adopt policies in accordance with 5D4Bs. Right to submit proposals to committees. Chair shall open nominations. Voting method shall be approval voting. Once nominations close, each nominee will be allotted 2 minutes to speak in support of their nomination. Voting will be conducted via open vote beginning today and concluding on August 20th. Nominees receiving the highest number of votes shall be elected as a member of the committee. In the event of the tie, secretary shall break it by rolling 20 side with the highest roll determining the winner and subsequent rolls establishing ranking and descending order. No nominee shall be elected that does not obtain at least 50% approval of all the ballots cast for the committee. If a member resigns from the committee before it's disbanded, the remaining committee members may choose to fill the vacancy.
You
best speed read. Sorry if it was a little
caught most of that.
I love it, Paul.
What I didn't catch was whether you said 1 or 2 minutes for the nomination speeches. Oh, yes, correction. I misspoke. It was 1 minute. 1 minute. You are correct in hearing what I was actually meaning to say there. 1 minute.
Gotcha. All right, that sounds good. So I guess we need a motion to open the nominations.
I second, or okay, do we second the motion?
We actually have to pass my motion first. Second and pass it first.
I second.
Great. Is there any objection to the motion to stand up the platform committee? No objection. So now somebody volunteer a motion to open the nominations for the committee.
I move to open nominations.
Second.
Got a second. Any objection to the nominations, to making nominations? I don't hear anything. So, and I don't see any hands up. So anybody?
My hand is up. Should be.
I see 3 hands up. Jack and Anastasia.
Sorry,
and Amanda.
I was over on page 2 looking for stragglers. Okay, I see Jack, Anastasia, and Amanda. So now that I'm on the right page, it looks different. Jack, what you got?
And just to make sure I'm on the right place again, we're on platform, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and tell me the number again we're allowed to do.
Number of people you nominate up to 7. Up to 7.
All right. So I think I'm only gonna do 6. I'm gonna nominate Candace Landry, Darren Pollock, Dave Richmond, Edgar Coyle, Jacob Bradley, and Jeff Miller. And I'll post those momentarily.
Thank you very much. And the next hand up is Ms. Wilford. Anastasia, what you got?
All right. I would like to nominate Aaron Ramos, Anastasia Wilford, Daniel Bledsoe, David Constant, Kenneth Fegans, 2, 3, 4, Mike Coogan, and Nolan Schmidt.
Okay, thank you very much. And the next hand up is Miss Amanda Gibbs. Who you got?
I would like to nominate Teresa Rushing, Paul Thompson, Patrick Mitchell, Jack Westbrook, Nathan Kinman, Nick Hearn. I think that's 7.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, there's 2 left.
Ted? Ted Brown, what you got?
Yes, hi there. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot to fill out the application, but I'd like to nominate myself for the position.
Okay.
And I'll also nominate the other 2 that haven't been nominated yet, which are Scott Talley and Zant Tatum.
All right. I don't. Anastasia, did you have something new, or is that from the nominations?
Nope, sorry.
I see hands from Anastasia and Ted. Doesn't sound like there's anything we need to do.
Did we lose Andrew? Can anybody hear me?
He's frozen, it appears.
I can hear you.
We'll give Andrew a moment here.
Otherwise, as vice chair, it falls to you, Paul.
Yeah, I was like, just Paul, keep it moving. At the very least, you're quick.
Speed reading.
We can stand at ease for a moment there. We'll stand at ease in place here for Andrew to reset his connection or his device there. Or if him and Jenny are in the same house, if he could run over. I don't know. Or if anyone's traveling or anything.
Paul, you have been asked to take over, please. His Zoom crashed.
Okay.
So I believe we were ready to close nominations. Did we have a motion for that already, Mr.
I
Secretary?
move to close nominations.
Second.
Mr. Constant moved to close nominations. It has been seconded. Is there any objection to closing nominations? I hear no objection. Nominations are closed. That means voting will go out by open vote. It'll conclude in 7 days on the 20th and a day that day. 7 candidates you can vote up for as many as you want, with it being approval voting. That'll bring us to our next committee, which is the Credentials Committee. A little awkward both making a motion and chairing at the same point here. Would anyone be willing to move my motion in my place for me?
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Yes, sir.
Was anybody going to speak?
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Westbrook. I got offhand. Yes, we need to go to speaking to nominations. You are correct. Let's go into the order on the list. Let me scroll back up. Let me see. I see first on the list from Mr. Westbrook there. That would be Candace Landry.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for considering my nomination. I would like to serve on the platform committee. I believe the platform committee should be principled, clear, and credible. I'll approach proposals by asking 3 things related to whether they're aligned with our libertarian principles, whether proposals are intellectually honest and clearly written, and whether they actually communicate effectively beyond our own membership. I'm comfortable with this agreement. I'm willing to ask difficult questions, and I will focus on helping to produce a platform that our delegates can defend and one which also resonates with Texans. I appreciate your support. That's it. Thank you. I think you're on mute, Paul.
Mr. Darren Bullock here this evening. I wasn't seeing him on the list.
Not tonight, no.
Not tonight. All right. Dave Richmond. Is Dave Richmond here to speak to his nomination?
He's
here.
not on the call tonight.
Not on the call. Thank you very much for those that are finding them. Mr. Edgar Coyle. He's not on the call tonight. He's in my county. He's my county vice chair there. So he's a known guy if you don't know him. Mr. Jack Westbrook.
Candace, I really liked what you had to say. Wished I'd have said that because it fits and it's a good way to look at it. I had to last year I had to pick one committee or another in the midst, and one of the things that I wanted us to try to do is have our platform very succinct and clear and concise. And we kind of had that objective going in, and then we had a big turnover in some things, and then there were some changes that made things very long again. And I just I would like to be involved in this. If you're going to just pick me for one thing, pick me for this committee, please.
Thank you, Mr. Westbrook. Mr. Jacob Bradley.
Much like Jack said, Candace stole most of what I had to say, and then what I had left over was stolen by Jack. So I don't really have a lot to add, but just combine the best of theirs, and that was what I said.
IP theft, love it. Okay, Mr. Jeff Miller.
Hello, I'm Jeff Miller, and I've also portrayed the part of Jacob Bradley in the past. And I put my basic resume on that application I filled out, so I hope everybody's read that, or he will, so I won't repeat any of that stuff. I would just add that not just the Nolan quiz, which of course was named after Nolan Schmidt, and the Libertarian Booster Pack, both of those I scored 100% Libertarian. So proof positive I am the one true Libertarian. So consider that when you're voting on this. And this is the only thing I'm running for this time, so keep that in mind as well. I think I wish I could beam in Jacob Hornberger to endorse me, because I feel like he would make a better speech than me. And I think there was sort of some stuff the last convention where it seemed like some of our platform was being watered down, and I don't want that to happen. I want us to stick to those principles. So yes, if you love freedom, if you love Texas, if you love smoked brisket with or without sauce, vote Miller.
All right, pulling you down. Thank you very much, Mr. Miller. All right, that brings us to Mr. Aaron Ramos.
How's it going, guys? Aaron Ramos. I was brought in by the one true libertarian, Clayton Hunt. If y'all don't know who he is, I'm sorry for y'all. I want to keep our platform in line with our historic principles. I want to make sure it's still open enough so that our candidates have room to campaign the campaigns they need to run. And I just want to make sure our message stays and always is libertarian, not Republican, not Democrat, libertarian. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Ramos. Miss Anastasia Wilford.
Hey guys. So it's not just about having a succinct platform, it's about having a clear platform and a human platform. And if you elect me to this committee, that's what I'm going to bring.
Thank you, Miss Wilford. Mr. Daniel Bledsoe. Is he here? I'm not seeing his name. Moving on, Mr. David Constant.
Good evening again. I request your vote for Platform Committee. I served on it last time, and I think there's some unfinished business. I agree with others who have expressed the need to ensure that our principles are contained within the platform. I have a long history with the party, going back to 1988 as my first vote for the party, and I think that history is valuable in service on the platform committee. So I ask for your vote.
Thank you, Mr. Constant. Mr. Kenneth Fegans.
Howdy. So as many of you are well aware now, technology is outpacing our government policy. I feel that our platform should be prepared to address them from a distinctly libertarian perspective. Given my background in technology, specifically AI, data analytics, governance, and my work with the FLOC, I believe that I'm well positioned to help ensure our platform is ready to address the revolutionary technological landscape that we are heading towards. With that, I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fegans. Mr. Mike Coogan.
So I'm going to combine a little bit of Anastasia and a little bit of David. I truly believe platform's the most important thing that we do as an organization. It's what brings people into the organization. It's what keeps people in the organization even when you're tired and you don't want to go on and you feel like you don't want to do it anymore. It really sets us apart. It's important to put a human face on it, make sure that we are unabashedly libertarian. And I do appear to be in the party as long as Mr. Constant, so that's good. So while I may not be the truest libertarian, I am certainly the second oldest. Hats off to Ted, as always. But that's a big deal. I mean, we've held our values for a long time. So please vote for me. This is important.
Thank you, Mr. Coogan. Mr. Nolan Schmidt.
So this is probably going pretty much, I'm going on the same message about keeping our principles contained in our platform. I was on the platform committee last year, right before we got into our convention stuff. I ended up having to step up as the committee chair. When things started to slow down, I helped get things moving along. I was also one of the few people that wrote some one of the new planks that's in our platform. I definitely want to try to aim to where the without watering the platform down, to try to have the platform be easier for those that may not know particular terms and stuff to be able to come into the LP, and that I seize the rest of my time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Nolan Schmidt. And chat is a little bit broken up, but I believe Mr. Ted Brown is next.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I've always enjoyed working on platform issues because to me, it's very important that we have a principled libertarian platform. And it doesn't really matter if it's a short plank or a long plank, as long as it accurately and effectively reflects libertarian principles. I definitely agree with Ken Fagans that we need to address the technology issues that are coming up. I joined the platform committee this year as a substitute member late in the game. So I served the last couple of months and enjoyed doing that. I was chairman of the National Platform Committee this year, and sadly, we had 24 great proposals to present in Grand Rapids and didn't get to do it. So again, I'd love to work on platform again. As you know, I'm retired, and after this campaign's over, I'll certainly have plenty of time to work on the Texas State platform. So please vote for me.
Are you sure you'll have plenty of time serving in the U.S. Senate?
Well, now see, that's the thing. I was thinking of that when Pat Dixon was nominated for the Bylaws Committee. I'm thinking, well, Pat might be busy, and it's true. If I'm elected to this committee and elected to the Senate, I will have to withdraw from the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Next up is Scott Talley. Mr. Scott Talley.
Hey guys. Yeah, I've actually never been on platform committee. I've always been curious about it and wanted to do it. I definitely agree with Fegans about getting some language in there about the flock and other AI programs that are infiltrating our lives like 1984. And I'd like to just get in there, share my opinions, help everybody get the language down in a way that meets the voters where they're at so they understand what we stand for and support us. Yield the rest of my time.
Thank you, Mr. Talley. Next up is Mr. Zant Tatum.
Hey everybody. Sorry, it's a little bit late for me. But yeah, no, I think platform committee is something I could really give a different kind of perspective. I am one of our youngest active members, in the party. I'm 27. I think how it's presented, some of the wording is some of the most crucial points of what we can do to get new voters, especially younger voters, people that are
apolitical, you know, really turned off to all the other hardline issues that the duopoly pushes. So that's really kind of what I want to get into, because I don't necessarily think I always have the correct answer. I have a strong opinion, generally direction on where, you know, the right answer is at, and I want to help facilitate the conversation to get that right answer. So that's kind of what I think I bring to the table. I've actually already started kind of looking at the platforms and comparing them to the duopolies and where we win and where I think there could be some improvement and where we could capitalize against theirs. So that's something I like y'all to consider as well. Thank you for your time. I yield.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tatum. I see in chat and I see on screen now that that Andrew is back. I'll hand the gavel back over to the chair. I will note for the chair, though, that I see Miss Teresa Rushing is here, who was nominated for bylaws earlier, and you noted about giving her a moment to speak.
Yes, indeed. Ms. Rushing,
Yes.
you like to speak to your nomination?
Yeah, I was more interested in platform committee, but I have served on the bylaws committee before, so I would be happy to serve in that capacity as well. I've been with the party for 14 years, and prior to that, I was mistakenly thought I was conservative. Not really. But here I am. Ron Paul brought me into the party, of course, and my views have evolved ever since. So I just want to make sure that the platform succinctly expresses libertarian principles in a way that attracts the general public, not just young voters, not just old voters, but issues that really speak to broad audiences is what we need to be hitting on in a way that they will join us and vote for us. Anyway, as far as bylaws committee is concerned, I am also happy to serve in that capacity. Just let me know which one you want. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I believe that concludes the list of nominations or nomination speeches. So we can to our last motion. Is that correct?
That is correct.
We need to move to close nomination?
Nominations are moved and closed. These
Yeah.
Speaking, okay. Oh, yeah.
Check, Mr. Chair. I didn't see Teresa's name in chat, but I thought everybody that had been nominated for platform, or everybody that had expressed interest in platform, had been nominated. Was that correct? Memory that she actually was. The name just wasn't in chat.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
I started with her.
Okay, I must have just missed it at that point. Thank you for correcting.
No worries. Thank you.
All right. If we're there, then you want to go ahead and present your motion?
All right.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to move to waive the reading.
Waive the what?
The reading.
First, second, anybody second that? I mean,
yeah, I don't feel you really need a motion on it. Just you can read my motion. I move to fill the credentials committee. The only correction from the printed version is 1 minute, not 2 minutes, from the one that I had posted on the forums for those that are speaking to their nominations.
Thank you, Paul.
A second.
Right. Any objection to just proceeding to the motion action? I don't hear any objection. Let's go ahead and present your motion for consideration.
I moved the motion, so
I moved to open
and I second.
And he seconded.
Yeah.
So,
Does anybody object?
I believe we're actually, yeah. Thank you, sir.
Does anybody object to passing this motion to stand up the committee, the credentials committee? I don't hear an objection, so we will proceed to the nominations if we have a motion to open the nominations.
Sorry, I rushed that, Mr. Chair. I now move to open nominations.
And I'll second.
Great. And we got a second. Is there any objection? No. So, Jacob's got a hand up. Give us some names. Mr. Bradley?
Sorry, I still muted. I'd like to nominate Lisa Schlinkert. I probably said that wrong, but okay. Michelle Wigington, Nathan Kinman, Nathan Polsky, Rich Moore, Scott Peterson, and Susan Barney.
Thank you very much. Next up would be Amanda Gibbs.
Yes, I would like to nominate, where did I go? Zant Tatum, Aaron Ramos, Kenneth Fagans, Kyle Russell, and Patrick Mitchell.
Great. Next up is Miss Jessie Coward.
I didn't see his name on the list, and I think that maybe it's because he doesn't know what's happening, but I would like to nominate Mr. Bo Zimmerman, and then he can always decline later if he wants to.
Thank you.
He's already declined. He's in my county.
Oh, he has? Okay. Never
Yeah,
mind
I
then.
checked with him this morning and told him this vote was happening, and he said, no, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Never mind. I just didn't want him to get left behind.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that. And thanks, Scott, for actually answering that question. Are there any other nominations at this time for Credentials Committee? Somebody like to move to close the nominations?
I move to close the nominations.
Second.
Any objection? No objection. We can move to some speeches. Ms. Schlinkert, Lisa Schlinkert, is she on the call?
If not, I'll speak for her.
Who said that?
Ted. Yeah,
Okay.
Lisa's our Travis
She's
County
on the call.
secretary, and
Hold on,
she does a
hold
great.
on.
Sorry.
She's on the call.
Oh, she's on.
Somebody said
Okay,
she's on the
sorry.
call. Yeah.
Sorry.
Hi. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
I can.
Okay. Thank you, Ted. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I served on the Credentials Committee last term. Some of the duties I had included maintaining the delegation apportionment spreadsheet. I updated the forms so that they were digitally editable PDFs. And I'm detail oriented. I'm a spreadsheet nerd, so I really enjoy this kind of work, and I'd be happy to do it again this year or this term. Thank you.
Thank you. Michelle Wigington.
Hello. I've never served on a committee before. I'm happy to serve on the Credentials Committee. I verify paperwork for a living.
Yeah.
Vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you. I believe Nathan Kinman is not on the call. Nathan Polsky.
So I served on the convention committee last year, so I was on that side of the convention. I'm a county chair. I'm very detail oriented. Lisa stole that one from me. I know what the bylaws are. I'm looking just for transparency. Want to make sure that the credentials committee follows what the bylaws are and that every county and every credentialed individual gets a proper vote.
Sounds good. Rich, is he on the call? Rich Moore, are you on the call? Anybody want to speak for Rich? Okay, Scott Peterson. Scott?
I don't believe Scott's here, but I will speak for him if at all possible.
Okay.
It's Jacob.
Go for
it. The proper term is Council Member Peterson.
Yeah, Council Member Scott Peterson. He was recently elected. I believe this will be his third term on the Credentials Committee in Texas if he gets it. He did, I believe, 2 terms on credentials for the national too. He's very familiar with all of this. He wasn't able to make the last convention because he did just have a baby. But he had assured me he will be there and he is willing to do the work and looks forward to doing it again.
Sounds good.
Wait, hold on. Also, if you didn't catch it, he was elected as a libertarian in Texas.
Hoorah. Sounds good. Miss Susan Barney.
Yes, I have not served on the committee before, but as a chair, I have run successful county conventions, and I think credentialing is an important part of a successful convention, and also of supporting affiliates. So I would definitely love to be a part of that committee. I think Jesse has done a wonderful job, and that committee has done a wonderful job in the past. And I just simply like to continue that work and the excellent job that they've done for our affiliates. Thank you.
Great. Zant Tatum.
Hey everybody again. Back again. No, I think credentials committee is somewhere where I could really strive, just because I kind of caused a little snafu at the last one, just being kind of overwhelmed with stuff, and wasn't on top of the ball. So it made me look, a little closer to all the rules and regulations, and it really kind of made me batten down the hatches on having everything prepared, being on top of stuff. And of course, I'd like to just be a part of welcoming everybody in each day, making sure everybody's checked in nice and tight and everything, and just, welcome everybody. And like I said, anything I can do to help, I'm here for it. Thank y'all. I yield.
Great, thank you. Next up would be Aaron Ramos.
Howdy, y'all. This would be my first time serving on the credentials committee for the state affiliate, but I have served on the credentials committee for the national affiliate. It's work. It's a lot of legal compliance. I'm here to make sure we're in the good graces and we don't give the duopoly any ammunition. Thank you. I yield the rest of my time.
Thank you. Kenneth Fagans.
All right, so I've heard that the credentials committee is the most fun of all the committees, and frankly, I feel like y'all have been holding out on me, so vote for me.
All right, thank you very much. Kyle Russell.
I helped in 2020 to find the Johnson County chair involved in fraudulent paperwork, along with Joe Burns. We emailed and called the county clerk in Johnson County multiple times to find out that county chair's fraudulent behavior. So I'll just, if appointed, I'll just make sure everyone is following the rules and everything's done correctly. Thank you.
Great. And Mr. Patrick Mitchell.
I can just copy paste my previous speech into here, and I'll just add, just happy to help out wherever I can.
Sounds great. Thank you very much. Thanks to all of y'all. Thanks to everybody who's volunteering to be on a committee. It's a lot of work, and appreciate everybody who's put their name in the ring. I believe at this time we've heard all the speeches. Is there anybody that was not on previously that we need to hear from? Are we all caught up? I think we're all caught up. Don't hear anything. Speak quickly if you're trying to unmute yourself. But otherwise, I think we're finished with tonight's business. Anybody have anything else, or a motion to adjourn would be in order?
Can I motion to adjourn?
Okay,
Not everybody
people
at
don't know
once.
the rules already.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. We've got several motions and a second. Anybody object to adjourning at this time? All right, we stand adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight, and talk to you soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all.
Thank you, Andrew.
Have a great
and
night.
Paul and everybody.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Good night, y'all.